Howdy friends, welcome to my kitchen. It feels like just yesterday the kids were little, and now they're all grown and scattered. But one thing hasn't changed a bit. Weeknights are still just as wild and woolly as ever. Between ranch work filming and trying to keep track of Lad, sometimes dinner feels like a mountain I just don't have the energy to climb. That's when I turn to my tried and true, absolutely foolproof creamy chicken dinner. It's a lifesaver, I tell you. A delicious, comforting, glorious lifesaver that makes everyone in my house sigh with happiness. This isn't one of those fancy, complicated recipes with a million steps and ingredients you can't pronounce. Heavens no, it's simple, it's fast, and it all comes together in one single skillet, which means less cleanup. And less cleanup is a beautiful thing, isn't it? Alright, first things first, we've got to head to the store. Now, I love a good trip to the grocery store. It's a little adventure. For this recipe, the star of the show is the chicken breast, so we want to get the best ones we can find. Don't just grab the first package you see. Take a little peek. You're looking for boneless, skinless chicken breasts that are plump and have a nice pinkish color. Avoid any that look a little gray or have any weird spots. Fresh is always best, and you can really taste the difference in the final dish. When you're looking at the packages, check the sell-by date. I always try to get the freshest package I can, the one with the date furthest away. I usually buy a little more than I think I'll need, because leftovers of this creamy chicken are just heavenly. They make for a great lunch the next day over a bed of rice or even chopped up in a salad. You can never have too much of a good thing. That's my motto. Now, let's talk about size. Sometimes you'll find chicken breasts that are absolutely enormous. While that might seem like a good deal, they can be a little tricky to cook evenly. Welcome back to my kitchen. I hope you had a good trip to the store. The first thing I do when I get home is wash my hands and get everything out on the counter. It's what my mama called mise en place. It makes the whole cooking process so much smoother and less chaotic. So, let's unwrap our beautiful chicken breasts and get them ready for their big moment in the skillet. This preparation step is the secret to making sure they turn out incredibly juicy and tender. Now, remember how I said not to worry if you could only find those really big, thick chicken breasts? Here's the trick. We're going to make them a more manageable, even thickness. You can do this one of two ways. Place the chicken breast between two pieces of plastic wrap and gently pound it with a meat mallet, or use the bottom of a heavy skillet until it's about a half-inch thick all over. Or, my preferred method, you can carefully slice it in half horizontally, like you're opening a book. This creates two thinner cutlets that will cook up super fast and perfectly. Once your chicken is at a nice even thickness, it's time to pat it dry. This is a very important step, so don't skip it. Getting rid of that extra moisture is what will help us get a beautiful, golden brown crust when we sear it in the pan. If the chicken is wet, it will just steam. Alright, the moment we've all been waiting for. It's time to get that skillet sizzling. I love using my big, heavy cast iron skillet for this. It holds heat so well and gives the chicken the most amazing crust. But any good, heavy-bottomed skillet will do the trick. Place your skillet over medium-high heat and let it get nice and hot. You want it hot enough that when you add your fat, it shimmers right away. This is key for getting that perfect sear we talked about. Now for the fat. Unsalted butter. Olive oil. The butter gives it that rich, nutty flavor that I just love. The olive oil helps raise the smoke point so the butter doesn't burn too quickly. Add a good tablespoon of butter and a drizzle of oil to your hot skillet. Let it melt and swirl it around until it's foamy and fragrant. Oh, that smell. Carefully place your seasoned chicken breasts into the hot skillet. You should hear a loud, satisfying sizzle the second they hit the pan. If you don't, your pan isn't hot enough. Don't overcrowd the skillet. Cook the chicken in batches if you need to. Let the chicken cook, undisturbed, for about 4 to 5 minutes on the first side. After a few minutes, use a pair of tongs to take a little peek. If it's a beautiful deep golden brown, it's time to flip. Okay, our chicken is resting peacefully, and now it's time to turn our attention to the skillet. Do not, I repeat, do not wash that pan. All those little brown bits stuck to the bottom of the skillet are pure gold. That's called fond. It's packed with an incredible amount of flavor. Turn the heat down to medium and add another pat of butter to the skillet. Once it's melted, toss in your chopped onion. Sauté until soft and translucent, scraping up those wonderful browned bits from the bottom of the pan. Add your minced garlic and stir for just 30 seconds to a minute. Fragrant, not brown. Pour in about a half cup of chicken broth. It will bubble and steam. This is good. Scrape up the rest of the fond and let it simmer to reduce by about half. Flavor: concentrated. Oh my goodness, this is going to be so good. Our sauce base is bubbling away. Honestly, it smells absolutely incredible. Now it's time for the star. Slowly pour in about a cup of heavy cream, stirring constantly as you go. You'll see the sauce immediately transform, from dark and brothy into a beautiful, pale, velvety sauce. Turn the heat down to low and let it simmer gently. Taste. Maybe a little more salt, a pinch of black pepper, add fresh thyme or parsley. The herbs infuse the cream with lovely earthy flavor. A tiny squeeze of lemon at the end brightens everything up. Now nestle your golden brown chicken back into that creamy sauce and spoon some over the top. Let it simmer another minute or two so the chicken soaks up the goodness and finishes perfectly tender. Just look at that, a masterpiece in a skillet. Now that you've got the basic recipe down, let's talk about how you can play with it and make it your own. If you want more depth of flavor, toss in sliced mushrooms with the onions. Mushrooms will soak up that buttery goodness and add an earthy note. Or try sun-dried tomatoes. Their sweet, tangy punch is incredible with the creamy sauce. For a bit of green, wilt a big handful of fresh spinach at the end. Want a kick? Add a pinch of red pepper flakes with the garlic. For a cheesy twist, stir in a handful of grated Parmesan before returning the chicken. Weeknights are crazy. Buy thin cutlets to skip pounding or slicing. Use pre-chopped onions and garlic. No shame, it's smart. Make a double batch of the sauce. It freezes beautifully. Cool completely, and store in a freezer-safe container. On a busy night, thaw the sauce, sear the chicken, and combine. Dinner in about 15 minutes flat. A gift to your future self. There are so many reasons why this creamy chicken is in my weekly rotation. First and foremost, it is fast. From the moment you start chopping to the moment you sit down, it really only takes about 30 minutes. In the time you'd wait for takeout, you can have this beautiful home-cooked meal. Second, it's a one-pan wonder. Sear the chicken, build the sauce, simmer together. Fewer dishes, more family time. It's simple enough for picky eaters, yet special enough for company, comforting and familiar. Serve it over mashed potatoes, egg noodles, white rice, zucchini noodles, or cauliflower rice. Finally, the ingredients are simple and easy to find. Budget-friendly, million-dollar taste. There's something truly special about sitting down to a warm, comforting meal at the end of a long day. When I bring this skillet of creamy chicken to the table and the steam rises up, carrying that incredible aroma of butter and herbs and cream, I can just feel the whole house take a deep, happy breath. The chicken is so tender, and the sauce so luxuriously creamy and flavorful. It's a reminder to slow down, be present, and enjoy the simple pleasure of a shared meal. From my kitchen on the ranch to yours, happy cooking, my friends. Enjoy every creamy, delicious bite. You deserve it.